So hi and welcome to another SY video. Today we're going to look at one of our matrix switchers and we're going to look at the web GUI that it presents. So the MSU88-18G is an 8x8 matrix switcher and it has an Ethernet port so you can connect it to the LAN and you can control all the functions and the features and settings, switching, routing, scenes and so on from within the web GUI. So let's have a close look, shall we? So what we're going to do is look at the web GUI, which is one way of controlling the MSU88-18G, as well as sending RS-232 commands. We can dig in and delve into what the actual GUI can do for us. So let's have a look at it here. Type in the IP address of your unit, and I know this is 10.0.46.31 on this particular unit. It's on DHCP. So then here we have the GUI. So we have a lot of options which we can select and choose different settings. There's all the different tabs, system, input, status and so on. So here it will show you the status of all the connected inputs and the displays that are connected to the outputs, if you have those. If we go to the input tab, you've got a lot of different options which you can control with this nice looking GUI. We can turn off the video stream, we can mute the audio stream. If we want to, we can change the name of your input to here. We can change that to something else. Here we can choose to embed from the analog audio input or use the audio track from the HDMI source. So it's a drop down, one for each input, nice and easy to choose, and you can do that for all the channels or just for an individual channel as you wish. Now you can also choose different EDIDs. You can copy the EDID from any of the outputs. And we go to the output tab, we've got a similar selection of controls here. So once again, we can rename the outputs to anything that we like. For instance, it could be reception, if you've got the display in the reception desk, or Office 1, Office 2, whatever you want to call them. But we can once again turn off the video stream for each output if we want to. We can control HDCP version 1.4, 2.2, follow the input, or if we want to, we can defeat HDCP by selecting off. There is a built-in scaler. We can force it to scale from 4K to 2K, or we can leave it on automatic mode. Now we have a selection of test patterns in various resolutions, as you can see here, and different types and colours. So checkerboard, red, green, blue, white, ramp and so on. So we can select the test pattern type for each pair of outputs, but turn it on individually for each output. So here's controls for HDMI audio, analog audio and digital audio. You can turn on and off each individual audio type. ARC, so we can draw the audio back from an app that's produced by the TV display. Now if we go to the matrix section, we've got all the outputs listed here with the inputs across the top. So it's a matter of just selecting which input you want to match to any particular output by clicking like so. So it's nice and easy. So you can just select with your mouse, or once you've got a certain scene set up, you can go down to preset and then you can store and recall different scenes. So I've selected a few scenes, I've stored a few. So that's scene number 1, which I've stored. Let's try another one, recall scene number 2, and that's how I've got that one stored, as you saw earlier. Easy to control the system from this GUI. It's nice looking. Go to the system tab, we can control the network parameters. I've got it set to DHCP, but you can set a static IP address if you want to by turning off DHCP. You can enter your details here. You can put a different username and password as well if you want to. So there we go. That's the GUI for the MSU88-18G. I'm sure you'll agree that it's a very easy to use matrix switch with a lot of good features, lots of routing options, especially for the audio output, and along with defeating HDMI video streams and muting the different audio outputs, you've got a lot of control. So there we are then. That's the web GUI on the MSU88-18G matrix switcher. We also have a smaller version, the MSU88-18G, and the web GUI on that works in much the same way and offers the same kind of features. We do have other matrix switchers within the SY portfolio, so visit sy.co.uk or contact one of your reps to find out more information about those. So thanks for watching this episode, and as always, we'll see you on the next one.